Hey, what's poppin'? Welcome back to my page. Today we'll be doing a bit of sneaker cleaning. I've actually just picked up this sneaker cleaning kit from Sneaklin. I've always wanted to pick it up, so recently I got them, and today we'll be putting them to use. And we'll be putting them to use on this sneaker. This sneaker is actually a sneaker that I designed myself about, let's say, a couple of years ago, and I've actually been putting them to test in terms of wearing, though they are not where I want them to be. But basically, in terms of like design, I think the manufacturers actually were able to at least come close to the concept, and in a way, they are probably lacking in terms of details, but it's close to what I've always wanted, and to a certain extent, for myself as someone that loves sneakers, to be able to actually design and actually see, to be able to actually design and actually see that my design comes to life in such a way that it's something I can wear is cool enough. But I've actually been wearing them a lot. You can see from the sole, I've actually been putting them through wear test in a way. So using the proper cleaning kits today, I want to really just test out how basically they're able to majorly revive the sole, because I've actually been putting them to wear like I mentioned, and to a certain extent the sole doesn't look as great. So I want to see what Sneaklin can actually do to the soles of the sneakers, and generally I also want to see how fresh they can become. So let's basically get into cleaning. But before we get into that, basically the sneaker cleaning kit is from Sneaklin, like I said, and it's a premium cleaning kit. So basically I love to actually open it up to see what we have inside. Usually based on what we have on like the description on the company website, you are expected to get like obviously a sneaker cleaning brush, then a cleaning solution, which I think is amazing enough, and also a microfiber towel, which basically helps with like cleaning and ensuring that you wipe dirt off your sneaker. So basically that's all that you get from this sneaker cleaning kit. So basically this is what the sole of the sneakers looks like. It doesn't look as clean. There are a lot of dirt on the sole, and to a certain extent I'm just excited to see what Sneaklin can actually do to the sole of the sneakers. As you can see, basically it doesn't look as white, so obviously we're trying to get rid of the stains on the sole of the sneaker. So basically we'll take it one sneaker at a time, basically one pair at a time. So obviously that's what we'll be doing with this particular sneakers, as you can see here. So basically what we have here is just a soft brush, which is supposed to be used on the upper of the sneaker, and not a hard brush that's supposed to be used on basically the sole of the sneaker. So basically I'm going to have to improvise. So I'm going to be using this old toothbrush for the sole. So basically let's put this aside. First we need a bowl with water generally to start that. Then afterward we need to break this open generally to pour in the solution. It's just going to be, I think that bit is enough to get the consistency that we need. I think I might have to add more to that. Okay. Wow, it smells great. Smells great. I think that would definitely add to how the sneaker smells after it dries. So anyway, so usually what I love to do when cleaning my sneaker is to first of all undo the laces and have those go in first. Getting close. this to the side, then this. So here we have both laces, so I like to just let them go into the solution so that stay in there while I get to work. So basically, what I usually like to do is begin to clean them. You know what I mean? Let's get as much dirt off as much as possible. Okay. Actually, when cleaning, you shouldn't decide to make a mess, because you're obviously going to have to make a lot of mess. Decide. Generally, I like to just go through the sides of the sneakers first, see how much cleaning I can do. Okay. So once I go through that section, I like to just use the microfiber to clean, so that I can have a clear view of what I've done so far, and in a way see if I'm making progress. A bit of dirt here, go over it again. I think I have a bit of dirt here, so I go over it again. Alright, so wipe again. Yeah, and I think I have a bit of dirt here. Try to go over them again. So wipe. And obviously, I know a lot of people that are not really into the sneaker space who wonder why sneakerheads or people that are sneaker centric in a way always want to clean the sole of their sneakers. And basically, just a big part of preserving your sneakers, because the more you clean them, the fresher they are. The fresher they are, obviously, the longer that they would last. So, in a way, we obviously know that this is the side of the sneaker that basically touches the floor, so it amasses a lot of dirt. So if you continue to leave the dirt there, obviously over time, through friction and generally just through how bacteria develop, it can basically eat into the sole of the sneakers and probably lead to destruction of the sneakers. We've seen a lot of cracking and a whole lot of stuff that might probably result as just having dirt on the sneakers. So basically, that is why you can in a way clean the sole of the sneakers. So, well, I think we're making progress, but it's not vivid yet. So making progress. So the next part is the upper, and that's where the soft brush gets to be used. So the thing to watch out is we have different materials on these sneakers. So obviously we have this mesh looking upper, then we have leather on the side. So given the fact that it's a soft brush, it shouldn't damage the sneaker material in any way. So basically this is good to use on any type of fabric or material. Basically, just want to go gently. Once I do that, I clean. So yeah. Okay. Then obviously do a bit of inner lining just to ensure we're getting the dead half as much as possible. Okay. I think this looks great already. So obviously this is looking neater than where we started from. So I can just give it one last look. Look and see if I have any places that I need my attention. So I just open it up one, and generally, well, I can set this aside. So the same goes for the second pair. So first, let me bring this out. Leave it here. We start with the sole again. Ideally, some people might actually, before they start cleaning the sole, they like to just randomly just brush off the dirt if maybe there are any dirt on the shoe. But on this particular sneakers, I don't see anything of that sort. So basically, that's why I went deep into cleaning directly. So basically, you can proceed to begin into cleaning as it is to get rid of stains. So I think we're making progress gradually with the sole. So next part is to go deep into the outsole. So I think making progress with the sole. Alright, so the next part is going to be using the sole brush and the in again, then go for the tongue. Then the inner line. So basically, we'll set this aside. I have the laces, so let's try to gently wash them. So you have this, then we'll set them aside to rinse. So basically, we're done with the cleaning, and the two pairs. I think probably maybe not much of a difference on the outsole, but clearly there's a lot of difference on the side of the sneakers. Basically, the sole unit on the lateral side and on the medial side of the sneakers, as you can see. So I'm just gonna like let this actually sit out and dry, and basically we'll see how they look afterwards. So basically I think I'm excited for how the sneakers are looking. They look pretty neat already, and fresh enough for me to put them on again. So thanks for joining me on this episode of cleaning my sneakers, and basically just seeing the process all through to the end. Thank you, and do ensure to subscribe and basically share with your family.